Welcome to Discover the Santa Ynez Valley. I'm Shelby and today we're starting in the Danish village of Solvang, where you cannot escape the amazing smell of pastries. Today we're going to be visiting a landmark location where they make these delicious delicacies. It's going to be fun. Bent, thank you very much for having us out to your bakery today.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
It's great. You are an institution yourself as well as your bakery. Please tell us about
the bakery. We have been here now 50 years this year. In August, we're celebrating our 50th year.
50 years. Congratulations.
Yes. Yeah. And it has been 50 wonderful years.
Wonderful.
I would never replace this for anything else.
Fantastic.
For my wife and me, we have been here for 50 years and we have had nothing but fantastic time.
We've probably seen a few changes.
We've seen many changes, a lot of competition coming and going, but we are still here, and changes has been to the positive, I would say, better changes than not so good changes. It has been nothing but good changes, I would say.
That's fantastic. How many pastries do you serve here?
Oh, how many kinds we serve? I was just looking in the showcase.
Quite a few.
We have probably about 60 different types of pastries.
Wow.
Fancy pastries, Danish pastries, what you see in here, all kinds of different pastries, and we make them every single day.
Anybody who's been to Solvang or around Solvang knows these buckets. How long have you done these?
Ever since we started out, 1970, we started out, and we were making them in those days, and we make them exactly the same thing today.
Yes, they're so fun and delicious and easy.
We cannot make them better than what they are. They are the highest quality of cookies you could possibly make. If you asked me to make them better than this, I wouldn't know how to do it, because they are the best quality.
They are so good and fun. So I understand we're going to go back and actually make something today?
We will go back and make something we call our signature pastry, which is what you see right down here. It's called kringle.
A kringle?
Yeah, almond custard kringle, and that's what we're going to be doing today.
All right.
From the beginning to the end.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
And I will even teach you how to do it.
I would love to help you.
But that doesn't mean you have to run around and tell everybody how to do it, okay?
No, we'll keep it our secret.
We keep it our secret.
We'll see you back in the kitchen. All right, we're back where the magic happens.
Back here, and we are just about ready to go ahead and make those items you see right here.
Okay.
And this is our signature pastry, our famous kringle.
Wow.
And that's the one we're going to be making today. I already have this dough prepared, made fresh this morning.
Lots of layers.
There's about 38 layers.
38 layers.
Yes. Now we bring it over to the roller, and this machine here is the baker's right hand. And then we roll it down. Very good.
All right.
And then we take a little bit of flour. Okay, so then we take it and then we roll it out like that. And then we relax it a little bit, so it doesn't shrink when we start to cut it out. So here you have it dough. Sometimes we make a full piece, so it's as long as the whole table long here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
As long as the whole table?
As long, almost like the whole table, yes.
Wow.
So here I cut out for the crinkles, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Now I give it a little bit wider in the middle, not at the sides, but a little bit in the middle. Now we get the almond paste, which is grounded almonds and sugar and butter. But don't tell it to many people.
I'm not going to tell anybody that.
That is our secret
Got
right
it.
there. Okay, I put it in the bag. Here, I pick it up like this, and I squeeze it. So here we put 3 different fillings in this.
3 different fillings.
Yes. So I let you do the other ones.
Okay.
It's a little bit, like I say, it's a little bit in the firm side. So.
Dang, yeah, you got to be strong.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Hey.
And then the next filling is the custard.
Custard.
The custard and this together, once it's baked, you don't know what it is. It kind of bakes together and it becomes
one. Oh, it's my signature Kringle.
Now you're putting a
Swirly.
little bit too much on, maybe. Now you're being a little bit too dangerous. But that's okay too. It's okay. And the last one is the raisins. And the raisin is not. We can do them without raisins. You know, there are people who come and say, no, we don't like raisins, for sure not. Even though we try to talk them into our style of raisins, but still some people say, no, we don't want no raisins. Okay, so we do them without raisins, no problem. So we can do it both ways. Okay. Oh, they're gonna like this one here. Then you got lots of
raisins.
Lots of raisin and lots of custard. Oh, here comes another Olsen secret, Olsen's bakery secret, that we don't like to share too much with other bakeries, but in this case, I guess we can't help it. And that's the cardamom. Okay, so here comes the next stage. Now we take this side here and fold it up. Now we're gonna close it up and we do that with egg wash. So it gives that shine look to it.
Right.
So here we take the other side and fold it up. And as we do that, we give it a little stretch. Yeah, good, very good. Then I take like this and I shape it and I give it the shape of the Kringle. There you have it, right here. So now you're gonna do it.
Sure.
No, don't clap yet. Now it's your
Okay.
turn. But you see how simple it is. Well, yeah, you can even get a little bit more stretch yet. Do one side first, and then you do the other side. Okay. Now one more item. Say almonds again. So now the product is made on the table. Now it's ready to go in the oven.
Beautiful.
And then it sits in the oven for at 350 for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, depending. And then it comes out like this, right here.
Well, it looks amazing. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's go back into the coffee shop here and taste some of this stuff. Well, that was a lot of fun back there. Thank you,
It
Ben.
was, wasn't it though?
Yes.
And actually you made it very good. And the way you determine is a pastry good, you want to have it as light as this. Airy and light, because that makes a pastry really, really good. You don't want to have a compact and dense piece of pastry. You want to have it light, and you can almost count the layers in here, see?
You can.
As we talked about, yeah.
I'm going in.
So that's how you determine a good pastry from a not so good pastry.
Ben, how do we find out more about Olsen's Bakery?
We find it on our cookie tops. We have the website there.
Olsen's Danish Village Bakery.com.
That's it.
Thank you so much
Okay,
for having us
okay.
out. This was a
Well,
blast.
thank you very much.
This is delicious. Well, I hope you'll invite us out again.
Anytime.
Fantastic.
Anytime.
We
yeah,
will
yeah,
be
yeah.
back.
Okay, great.
That was a tasty way to start the day. I think it's time to get checked in, and I'm really excited to be staying at the Flying Flags Resort in Buellton. They have so many incredible options. Let's learn more about this amazing property. Jim, thank you so much for having us out to Flying Flags RV Resort.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, tell us, where are we at this amazing
We're
property?
actually located in the centerpiece of the resort, 4-acre resort. This is our pavilion, and this is where we have all our events.
40 acres.
40 acres of RV, campgrounds. We also have tents. We have Airstreams. We have about everything you can think about.
Wow, it is amazing and a beautiful day to be out here. What kind of amenities does Flying Flags RV Resort?
We have a splash pad for the kids. We have 4 pools. We have 3 bocce courts. We have a half basketball court here. We also have the sports field over here with the soccer, and then we have an amphitheater that is also over here as well.
I understand you have 90 fixed units besides the RVs that come in. Tell us a little bit about those different fixed units.
Those units, we have Safari Village, which is kind of like a tropical safari, and it has 9 tents that are available. They're just like high-end as soon as you open. In fact, we'll have a chance to go look at one of those. We also have a village of 8 Airstreams. We have probably around, I want to say, 35 different cottages. We also have a private section for weddings where they can rent the entire thing and they have their own private pool.
What kind of folks come and stay here?
Boy, you know, you have every wide range. I mean, we have, you know, a lot of retirees come here and stay for 2-3 weeks at a time. We also have a lot of families. We're really pet friendly. Guests just love to come here. On any given weekend, you can have 1,200 people, you know, enjoying themselves at the park.
And are there dining options here on property?
Yes, actually we do. We have dining. It's the Campfire Cafe. Every Friday is a very popular barbecue. It's also for locals. Everybody enjoys it. It starts at 5 o'clock. We sell over 100 different barbecue dinners.
Wow.
We have tri-tip, we have chicken. It is actually a fan favorite here of all the guests, and we're getting more and more locals coming over and enjoying it.
And you're centrally located. We're here in Buellton, and again, this is the gateway to the Santa Ynez Valley. It's such a great starting point for many folks to come out to discover the Santa Ynez Valley. Jim, thanks again for having us. Let's go check out some of the property.
Okay.
But before we do, how about rolling some balls over there?
All right, let's go.
All right. Wow, what a really sweet little spot here, Jim.
Yeah, this is a vintage trailer. It's labeled the Bombshell after Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, oh, good fit. And looks like it's got all modern conveniences.
Yeah, it's all vintage style, and we have actually in this village of about 9, we have Airstreams. We also have vintage trailers. This happens to be a very popular one.
And you also have safari tents?
Yes, it's in the next village over, and we should go over and take a look at one of those.
Let's go glamping. How fun is this? Wow.
These are very popular. We have 9 of these, and they have we have king beds, we have double queens, and then we have double queens with bunk beds, and the families just love them. And they have side windows that go all open, and so a lot of times in the summer they'll just open all the windows and just let the breeze come all the way through the tent. The only thing it doesn't have, it has everything a hotel would have, except it doesn't have a bathroom. The bathrooms are right outside. It's the whole building out there. It's all just for the people that rent the village. And we have a TV, we have a microwave, and we've got a refrigerator, air conditioning, heating.
Jim, thanks again for having us out. How can folks learn more about Flying Flags RV Resort?
Well, we have a wonderful website. We're a family of 12 resorts like this in the western half of the United States. And you just go to our website, flyingflags.com, and you can get an actual shot of every unit that you're renting on the website.
Fantastic. Jim,
Thank
cheers.
you.
Now that I'm checked in, I'm heading just a few miles down the road to Los Alamos. This charming town features fun antique stores along with several restaurants and tasting rooms. The Station Los Alamos combines both of those elements into a single experience. Let's grab a bite and enjoy some wine. Conrad, James, thanks so much for having us out today at the Station in Los Alamos. Please tell us about your space.
Well, this is a 1926 gas station originally.
1926 gas station.
Correct. So coming into the 2000s, it got retrofitted, and it went from just gas station and service station to now a place to fuel up with great food, great wine. Conrad doing all the cooking, moved down the street from his original operation here in Los Alamos. We're thrilled to have him. So events can be done here in this space. Conrad takes that on in the kitchen and we handle the bar.
Fantastic. And are you only open for events, or is it a daily operation? Or?
Thank you. Right now, we're actually open Wednesday through Sunday, every day from noon until 9, with the exception of Sundays. We close a little bit earlier, around 7 o'clock.
It's a gigantic space and so varied and diverse. A lot of different things can be done.
It is.
That's fantastic. And so, Conrad, tell us a little bit about your background in food.
Yeah, so when I met James, James was telling me about his history in Santa Maria, and being ninth generation Californian, I'm fourth generation, so I think we just kind of hit it off before we moved over here with James, just because of the history. So I wanted to, and people know us for the tacos, all throughout the Tri-Counties and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did want to introduce a little bit of the barbecue, Santa Maria style barbecue, to this space here. Only because it's the only recognized style of barbecue in California, so I don't think it gets enough justice. So we, James being from Santa Maria and having so much history, I said let's pay a little homage and let's do some barbecue style stuff along with our tacos as well.
Yeah.
So today we have beer battered Brussels sprouts, one of our signature dishes, with a victory sauce. It's a roasted tomato and bell pepper sauce with hazelnuts, fried Meyer lemon, and shaved manchego. And then I'm going to go into the shrimp tacos, shrimp and greens. This is another one of our signature dishes. People just love this shrimp taco. Kale on the bottom, sauteed shrimp, our handmade signature tortillas. Right here from the valley.
Tell us about those tortillas.
Yeah, the tortillas. So we just started a new project a couple years ago, a corn project. So we're growing our own corn now, heirloom corn, and we're starting to make our own tortillas. So we're very happy and we're very proud of that. Shout out to Fidencio from Buttonwood for helping us with this project here. And then we're gonna go into the smoked ribs. So we got a smoker. We smoke these for 6 hours on oak wood. Along with the whole barbecue theme, we wanted to do some smoked items as well. We got a little bit of carrot and jicama coleslaw on the bottom. And there's just simple classic barbecue sauce on that we make. And then we're gonna go into the tri-tip, which is our classic signature dish from Santa Maria. And this is would be more of a newer rendition of original barbecue style from Santa Maria. They started with, I believe it was ribeye, bone-in ribeye, then they went to top block. And now this is kind of the more common style in Santa Maria now, which is tri-tip. So when we do that, we find it to be just fairly works well with our restaurant style here. So tri-tip, smoked over oak wood, pinquito and yellow beans, a little bit of fresh salsa, garlic bread, and a little bit of greens on the side. And then chili verde.
Chili verde.
Yes, chili verde and polenta.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I cannot wait to dig in, but I noticed we also have some wine in front of us. James, would you please tell us what we have here?
Today, we're going to start off with Sabata Canyon, which is a friend of mine, Sandy Newman, who's a blueberry grower, as am I. And she makes this great sparkling. We'll bring ours back in the springtime, but right now it's a feature of her local sparkling, which is Blanc et Noir, so white of Pinot Noir. One of my estate Chardonnays, this is called Rancho Viñedo. This is a vineyard that sits on the land grant that my family had from just before California became part of the U.S. This is 1973 planting of own-rooted Winty clone Chardonnay. We just released this, and very, very much showing in a terrific window right now. And our current release of Pinot Noir from Rancho Ontiveros, and this is bottled under Native 9, which was my original label. We have these different labels because they're literally different properties, different projects. And so Native 9 was my first brand and my oldest, and that's a signification of my 9th generation native Californian history. So that's the 3 wines, and as I say, we've got plenty of other options when you come into the station, but I thought we'd start with these nice accompaniment for Conrad's great food.
Fantastic. Thank you both again, gentlemen. Let's dig in. Start with a toast of some bubbles.
Great.
All right.
Conrad,
Cheers.
looking good.
Cheers. Let's eat. Amazing. Conrad.
Good.
So,
Thank you.
So good. And the wine. We actually pulled out a Cabernet, is that right, James, to go with the Chile Verde?
That's right. So when Conrad said Chile Verde, I said, well, we got to grab the cab. It's just like, I think people mistakenly don't understand how food and wine pairing can go far beyond than like, you have a piece of meat, you have red wine. Chile Verde like this is great, bold flavors. There's spice, but it's not hot. And so the Cabernet, I think, is just a great accompaniment with it because it's big and rich and bold, but it also, these are wines that are made to be more kind of fresh and savory and on point than big and heavy. And so it just works really great with this.
It's been an incredible experience. How can folks find out more about the station at Los Alamos?
So our website is thestationlosalamos.com. Independently, Conrad's is
Cisco Kid, but you know we share the station losalamos.com, so you can click on and you can find all the links to both of our social medias, Cisco Kid Eatery, Via Fresh, and then Ranchos de Ontiveros. So yeah, if you go on, that's kind of like our mother page, and then you can link into ours as well.
All right. Gentlemen, thanks again. Let's finish this up.
our pleasure.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Nothing is too far away in the Santa Ynez Valley. We've already been to Buellton, Solvang, and Los Alamos. Now we're heading to Santa Ynez to cap off an amazing day with a luxury wine tasting at Gainey Vineyard. Jeff, thank you for having us out to Gainey Vineyard today.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, Shelby.
Please tell us about your gorgeous property and the winery and the concept and where it all began.
The Gaineys have been farming in the Santa Ynez Valley for 60 years now. Primarily always been focused on agriculture. We own 3 different vineyard sites now. We have the home ranch that you're on right now. That's where we grow all of our warm climate Bordeaux varieties, Sauvignon Blanc, Merlots, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, those type of things. And then we have 2 vineyard sites in the Santa Rita Hills appellation, the Evans Ranch property, which is in the southeast corridor, and Rancho Esperanza, which is in the northwest corridor.
Fantastic. And so these particular wines we have here, we can kind of go through them and then I'll dig in.
So the first wine that we have for you is our 2018 limited selection Sauvignon Blanc. It's grown here in the warm Santa Ynez Valley. Sauvignon Blanc in the Santa Ynez Valley has been synonymous with top Sauvignon Blancs in the country. And I think the reason for that, Sauvignon Blanc loves sun, it loves warmth. These grapes just end up so physiologically ripe here at Gainey. There's really not much manipulation. That's a really honest, very straightforward wine.
That's delicious.
Well, thank you.
Really, really
Appreciate
good. Yeah. And next?
The second wine is the 2017 limited selection Chardonnay. So now leaving the warm Santa Ynez Valley floor, we're headed out to both of our Santa Rita Hills appellation sites. The limited selection is predominantly from Evans Ranch. It's really interesting, again, going back to the Gaineys being so agriculturally focused, it really benefits us and pampers me as the winemaker to be able to have fruit from, Santa Rita Hills is very commonly known as one of the most diverse ranges. It's both one of the smallest and most diverse ranges in North America. So having vineyards on both the southeast corridor and the northwest corridor really allows us to kind of capture the ability of Santa Rita Hills as an appellation. So The wines that come from Evans Ranch tend to have a little bit more structure, a little bit more size to them, and the wines from Esperanza have a bit more kind of natural, youthful, exuberant acid. And so when you kind of blend those together, you have this culmination in the glass of a wine that both has richness, texture, depth, but it also has that really nice sterling acidity that keeps the wine fresh and kind of moving seamlessly along the palate.
Clean, like you say, it's tight. It's not too buttery. You've got a little bit of that oak, but it doesn't overwhelm, and yeah, it's very clean. You can drink that all day
That's
long.
the goal. You know, we want it to have all of the size and hit all the notes that Chardonnay needs to hit, but also, again, kind of retain some freshness to the wine as well.
Absolutely.
So the third wine is the 2017 limited selection Pinot Noir. Again, this is grown in the Santa Rita Hills appellation, predominantly from Evans Ranch. Pinot Noir is commonly known as one of the more popular red wines that comes out of the Santa Rita Hills, and I think it's because of how exuberant the fruit is that comes out of Santa Rita Hills. We're able to make a wine that is both delicate but also have some depth and texture to it, and it really, the wine speaks for itself. To have that caliber of Pinot Noir in the bottle is something to be really proud of.
As you should be.
Thank you.
Yeah, delicious, so well balanced, without being too fruity. Clean, has a little bit of Santa Rita Hills spice to it, and yeah, gorgeous, beautiful wine.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
The fourth wine is our 2016 Patrick's Vineyard Cuvée. So Patrick's Vineyard Cuvée is definitely something. The vineyard's named after Dan Gainey's oldest son, Patrick Gainey, and this is our Bordeaux blend. So this has 4 of the 5 big Bordeaux's in it. So it's got Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Petit Verdot, and Cabernet Sauvignon. Predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon. This wine was almost kind of designed originally, we kind of laugh about it as the Pepsi challenge, if you will, for the Santa Ynez Valley. It wasn't uncommon, 20 years ago that Santa Ynez Valley wasn't able to make, quote unquote, big boy Cabernets because we didn't get the heat. And we always took exception to that. We thought, with a little bit different approach viticulturally and different clones, that we could absolutely achieve and attain a lot of the same prestige that some bigger areas have. And that's what this is. This wine has, since its inception, captivated a lot of critical acclaim. It's probably one of the most popular wines we have now.
Big, thick wine, and again, another really fun wine to drink with a nice steak, nice spaghetti dinner. Really satisfy all your needs right here with these 4 wines. Gainey, again, is a gorgeous property. It's right on the corners of 154 and 246. If you're coming over the San Marcos Pass from Santa Barbara area, where can we learn more about Gainey Vineyard, or how do we find you?
Absolutely. You can learn more about Gainey Vineyard at www.gaineyvineyard.com.
Jeff, thanks again very
Thank
much
you,
for
Shelby.
having
It's
us.
a pleasure.
Cheers. It's been a wonderful day in the Santa Ynez Valley, and there's so much more to do. I'm going to head back to Flying Flags to make some s'mores and relax for the evening. See you next week on Discover the Santa Ynez Valley.